I want you to imagine owning a stock portfolio and the dividends given off by the stocks give you the income that you need for the rest of your life. Is that possible? Well, let's explore. Hi, my name is Dave Grant. I am the founder of Retirement Matters, and this is the 5-Minute Retirement Plan. Today, we are talking about building a portfolio around dividends that can create income for you to live on for the rest of your life. So let's give you a brief background as to what we're even talking about. So some stocks that you can own will provide you payouts throughout the year or at the end of the year, which is part of the profits that the company has, and they pay it back to their shareholders. And that's called a dividend. Now, for some people, they like to build a portfolio around dividends. So they want to own certain stocks that will pay them a healthy dividend, whatever healthy may be in the market cycle. And they take that cash and they use that for their living expenses, justifying the fact that they've got a portfolio that can grow for the future, but is also providing them an income stream to live on at the current time. So as you can probably understand, there's going to be some pros and cons to doing this. Let's go through the cons first. Well, dividends can change. Companies can change these at their whim, depending on how the company's doing, the strength of the company, the strength of the economy. And you could have a 4% dividend one month and it can be slashed to 2% the next month, which essentially means that your cash flow is then cut in half. In addition, stocks that have dividends are typically performing well in a certain type of market. But if we go through a different type of market cycle, these value stocks, they don't do as well, which means that the dividends, if it's being paid out as part of the profit of the company, well, that's going to go down as well. You need a market cycle where the profits of the company are so big that the company can afford to pay out a dividend. And if we're not in that market cycle and it can't afford to pay the dividend, and you've built your portfolio around this approach, your cash flow is going to be very healthy in some parts of the market and essentially almost non-existent in other parts of the market. Now, when it comes to taxes, you need to be aware of what stocks you're buying, what stocks you're owning, and what type of dividends they pay out. There's two different types of dividend. One is called a qualified dividend, and it's taxed at a lower rate than an ordinary dividend. Qualified dividend is paid at a preferential rate, so it's 15%, but then an ordinary dividend is going to be paid at your income tax bracket. So if you're picking the wrong type of stocks that's paying out a ordinary dividend, your income is going to be taxed at a lot higher rate than it would be if you were buying and selling stocks if you had long-term capital gains. Now, if you're looking to build a retirement portfolio and you're looking for someone like myself to give you an opinion on a dividend-producing portfolio, I'm going to say this is one piece of the puzzle. You definitely do want some stocks that are paying you dividends, and if you want to, you can receive those as cash and use that as your cash flow. But I want you to be diversified. I want you in some dividend stocks. I want you in some growth stocks. I want you some international. I want you into some small. I want you into bonds and cash and real estate and everything. I want you insulated from market cycles where if they go up or down, it's not going to affect your cash flow in a drastic way. So in my opinion, should you be building a dividend-heavy portfolio to provide your retirement income? No. I want you diversified. I want you to have some dividends in that portfolio, and I want you to build something that's balanced and then design an income plan based on your situation, other income flows that you have, and what your portfolio is as a whole. Till next time.
Dave Grant is the founder of Retirement Matters, a wealth management firm in Barrington, Illinois. Dave specializes in helping people transition into retirement, specifically executives at AbbVie and Illinois teachers in the TRS pension system. If you have concerns about your retirement transition and want help from a fee-only advisor with decades of experience helping people like you can learn more at www.retirementmatters.co.